Hey, welcome to Earthy Goddess Mama. It is Tuesday, the 7th of August 2018, and I'm here for your kind of late daily tarot reading. This is for no particular astrological signs. I'm just feeling into the general astrological energies and then using the Osho Zen Tarot just to see what other energies are around for us. So, I don't know if you guys have felt it, but there's been some strange happenings going on, especially in my particular world today. Not affecting me directly, but in my community and friends. Um, yeah, so Uranus in Taurus goes retrograde today. So this is an outer planet. So we're going to feel it more on a subtle level. It's not going to be such a profound feeling like when Mercury, Venus, or Mars goes retrograde, because they're the personal planets. So the feeling with Uranus going retrograde is that it's going to be a little less chaotic in the outside world, and there's more of an opportunity for complete breakthroughs, tower moments internally, awakenings, spiritual awakenings, intuitive breakthroughs. It's going to be a time for radical inner transformations. So it's really about really tapping into what do I want to do? Who am I really? Who am I? Do we truly know ourselves? We also have excuse me. So do you truly know yourself is a really important thing to ask, because especially with the opportunity with Venus and Libra at the moment to really really tap into that Venus energy and really soften into collaboration with a partner, willingness to negotiate and see other people's point of views, to really soften into, harmony and balance within partnerships. But we also, because Venus is trining Mars today, so everyone's love nature will be tinged with desire, going after what you truly want. But first, you got to know what you want. What do you want? What do you need out of a relationship? And we also have Venus and Libra opposing Chiron and Aries, so this could bring up deep relationship wounds, wounds from the past, and you've had these particular wounds. Excuse me, I'm just going to grab a drink. You've had these particular wounds, and it really, you take that baggage. If you haven't healed it, you take that baggage to the next relationship. So today it's a real time for relationship wounds to come to the surface, and tapping into how and why we relate to others in certain ways. We can make it's a time for making patterns of behavior more conscious, and ultimately leads us to acceptance and deeper healing within relationships. So perhaps, you were in a relationship or where someone was very manipulative and secretive. So therefore, you might be kind of guarded in the way you approach your next relationship until you heal the fact that maybe you were deceived before. But it's also about truly knowing yourself, and how, if what you don't like in another, if it triggers you, then it's something, a part of you that you need to heal. So it's really about going deep within and opening yourself up to this opportunity of complete transformation through relationships, through that mirroring, through people rubbing up against your pain and triggering it for you to heal. What did Rumi say? If you're irritated by every rub, how will you ever be polished? So, these beautiful close relationships in our lives are here to heal us, even if they are, they feel really wounding at the time and really painful. Whatever's painful is something for us that we need to heal within ourselves. because the Gemini moon is also squaring Neptune in Pisces, it's squaring Venus in Libra, and it's also squaring Mars in Aquarius. So it's really getting to know yourself and knowing what you want, and then really like healing those wounds, really opening your heart up to love again from a pure and open space, like dropping the walls, dropping all those barriers to really tap into being open, surrendering to the universe, to allow that magical arrival, that miraculous arrival of your soulmate. Like one day you might just be at work, or you might just be walking along and you meet someone. It's like, oh my God, hello, I know you. You know, you just that feeling that you know this person on a deep soul level. It's just such an amazing feeling. So it's really about going with the flow to tap into this magical energy. Um, yeah, because, and that comes from really tapping into a deep sense of who you are, and you know, any wounds that you might still be carrying that need to be healed. Yeah, just really truly being honest with yourself about all of who you are, being able to illuminate all aspects of yourself, because some of it isn't pretty. It's okay. It's just an aspect of yourself, it's not your whole self. You know, we all have different facets to our being. The dark is just as valuable as the light. We got to embrace our Kali energy. Yeah, yeah. It's it's your superpower. Your shadow's your superpower once it's integrated and accepted with love and compassion as a part of the whole of who you are. Yeah, then you can accept the shadow of another. Yeah, and you can really hold a sacred partner's shadow safe for them. They can be unconditionally loved, and regardless of their shadow, you know. That's what unconditional love and compassion and acceptance is all about. That's what we're striving for, yeah. And Venus is in Libra right now for us to tap into this energy, to tap into this harmonious, balanced energy if we desire to. We have the Wheel of Fortune here, so this is, I'm hearing this is Uranus going retrograde. This is change. There's, you know, we can either tap into the center, like, you know, a Taurian bull, because I didn't say before that, you know, this could be, because Uranus is in Taurus, these could be internal epiphanies regarding money, your physical body, like dropping things, really going deep and thinking, and really feeling into what's not working in my physical body. You know, like I was saying the other day, I've dropped caffeine. I didn't do it because it was affecting me adversely. I've done it because I've taken on a new healing practice, and it calls for me to not have any caffeine. So just honoring that, but it's really tapping into what's serving your physical body. Maybe you've always been someone that's consumed dairy products, and you've decided, hey, it actually doesn't make me feel that good. I kind of feel bloated and sometimes a little bit mucusy when I have it. You know, my body feels really heavy. So you might get to a place of like, I don't want to do this anymore. But it's finding that centered, integrated space, like I was saying, integrating all of yourself. So then you can be at peace with yourself. You can stand like bamboo. You're flexible and flowing, but you're not easily uprooted. Yeah, you're not going to get knocked over by these turbulent winds of change here. You're going to flow with karmic cycles and experiences. Like today I had like one particular experience this morning that was like, it washed over me, and it did shake my foundation a little bit. Yeah, and it was interesting how it knocked me from the present, and I had to really be conscious to pull myself back into what was happening right in front of me. I remember walking out of my bedroom going, hey, nothing's wrong right now, everything's okay. I'm walking out of my bedroom. I was saying that to myself in my head because it was such a traumatic thing that my really good friend was going through, that it was hard to stay focused in the now. My heart was aching for her, but I managed to get myself and my children out the door and off to school and to work this morning. But it's amazing how, you know, these things that come in, these storms that come into our lives, how they can shake us to our core, yeah. And, you know, Uranus going retrograde is a perfect time to really go within, to really find your inner strength, to really tap back into who you truly are and accessing that inner goddess warrior, so you can stand strong and you can allow change to happen, and you can just go with the flow with an open heart and not resist. Trust in divine right timing. Trust that change comes in. Trust that sometimes it's time to just be still, and other times it's time for quick movement and flow and change. You know, the seasons are always changing. We can stay centered in that. That's just exactly what I'm talking about. This is Taurian energy, you know. You've planted the seeds, you've done the hard practical work, you've got things flowing, you've got momentum behind what's going on in your life, and now you can just go, it's meant to happen, it will, yeah. It's time for me to be at peace with who I am and where I'm at, and gently and openly allowing myself to be held, safely held in the arms of Mama Gaia, yeah, just being held, surrendered to what is, allowing guidance to come to you effortlessly because you're so receptive. We have the Neptunian Piscean energy, you know, we have, yeah, there's a lot of water around. I think Sun is still squaring Jupiter as well. Jupiter in Scorpio, Sun in Leo. The aspect's been around for a little while because do we really want to stay stuck in this place? This place of conditioned rigidity? This place of what's good and what's bad, who's right and who's wrong. My beliefs are right, yours are wrong, I know it, you don't. I'm the teacher, you listen. I'm the preacher, I know what I'm talking about. Just morality. Morality, what's good and what's bad. I say this so often, what's reality for one is complete madness to another, and what's morality for one may just absolutely be ludicrous to another. You know, and that's our human rights here. So long as we're not hurting anybody else, we're not really doing anything that impinges on anyone else's human rights, then, you know, if we're awake and aware and we're flowing with our intuitive guidance, who needs this morality? Who needs these judgments? What we need now on this planet, in my opinion, in my personal view, is to meet each other from more of an open, loving heart space, to acknowledge the spirit in each and every one of the human beings that you come across, to really heal yourself and find love and deep compassion and acceptance for yourself, and then you can find it for others. You have to find it within first. You have to have that patience with yourself when perhaps these, you know, perhaps some energy like this has come up today. This is, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. It's kind of like the school mistress, school headmaster. It's like rules. This is right. You're not allowed to do that. Even though I remember when you're at school when you would be so disrespected by teachers, and yet if you stood up to them and expressed how you didn't like how you were being spoken to, their morality judgment was that you were out of line and you got sent to the principal or whatever. You know, I don't know my point here. My point here is the fact that I'm seeing this morality as kind of like the school teacher with their long list of rules of how you're supposed to act when you're at school, but it's someone dishing out the rules but really not walking the path themselves. So it's like the preacher. We need to walk our talk here. I'm hearing that is a huge thing going into this eclipse, is being really grounded, trusting in divine right timing, trusting that you're fully being held, and really learning to not only have these beliefs, these spiritual beliefs, these religious beliefs, these ways of living your life, these beliefs that you have. The beliefs do not make you a better person. Your behavior does. We need to lead from example, to lead from an open and loving heart space. Then there'll be no need for this judgment. Judgment doesn't serve anybody. And when you judge another, it says more about you than the person that you're judging anyway. We need to be in unity. This is in the standard deck. The Five of Wands is all about petty drama and ego and competition and conflict. But with Osho here, he's showing it more of being present, yeah? Of being in totality, being right here in the moment. It's all about, you know, tapping into that zone, that space of where you are totally immersed in what you're doing. You're neither independent or dependent, but these women swinging on this trapeze are interdependent. They're alert. They need to be alert. If one of them is thinking about what lunch they're going to have, you know, in half an hour, they're all going to fall. It's going to affect the whole. We need to realize that that everything that we do, everything that we choose in our everyday life affects the whole. How we treat others in every moment affects how then they go on to treat the next person that they meet. It's this beautiful, rich tapestry in which we're involved in. It's that, you know, we're a single thread on this masterpiece. And the threads are all connected. And we can sit in judgment, sit on our high horse and say, this is how you live your life. This is what you do. This is how you need to live. How about instead we just flow? How about instead we just develop the knack of being total in whatever comes as it comes? Like I was saying today, this event that happened just whooshed over me and I felt myself be rocked from my groundedness, from my peaceful centeredness. But I allowed it to come through. I allowed it to be what it was. Just allowing, and then realizing that after I had the news and the initial reaction, and then again coming back to where I was in that moment in total, in my bedroom, getting dressed for work, really just being there now. It's one of the greatest gifts we can honor ourselves with, because one step through life at a time, yeah. Allowing these changes to flow through us, being with it, being with I'm hearing the sands of time, being with the cycles of the moon, allowing the change to happen, allowing, you know, the old dark moon to fade away and the new moon, the new energy from the new moon to come in. Because when we're here, When we're here, we have so much more to give others. We are in our oneness. We are in our complete wholeness. We have more vitality because we aren't resisting energy. We aren't resisting anything energetically. We have new vitality and creativity that are with us because we're right here. We're an open channel. We're receptive. We're not filled up with 5 minutes ago or, 5 minutes in the future. We want to break these old habits, and I mean, maybe this is the awakening that's going to happen with Uranus going in retrograde. We're going to have the opportunity to sit with ourselves and really sit with whether we want any of these beliefs that we've been holding on to, this morality that our way is the right way and this is the truth. 3 to 1. Yay. I've got the Journey of the Oracle, Journey of Love Oracle here. Because it's truly magic. Okay. What number was that? 10. Three to 1. There is a heavenly child in your midst. It may be within your heart, in your womb, in the glimmer in your eye. Soon to be. This child holds the key to the fulfillment of a process that is happening for you now. The child might be a physical culmination of your marriage or commitment to another. It might be a symbolic birthing of a new self after a time of learning to bring male energies of protection and discernment together with female energies of feeling and creativity, whether within yourself or in a new relationship with another. The child might symbolically be a new life, an improved relationship, a book, a new job, a completely renewed way of dealing with what was once a challenging issue and so soon will not be an issue for you anymore. Just to name some examples. From masculine to feminine to child, there is now just one, a new reality dawning with grace. This oracle holds a message for you. New life is upon you now. You are being reborn and you will give birth to what is meant for you this lifetime. There is no need to worry. Just pray with an open heart that you may be supported to fulfill your destiny. You already are, of course, but prayer can help you realize it. The rest is in the loving and capable hands of the divine. And here we are here, just softening into this receptive, patient surrender and trust. The change is coming. There is rebirth here, and this could be leading up to the eclipse on the 11th. It's a really powerful time right now, and just with all this balanced and harmonious energy with Libra, Venus and Libra is a beautiful time to really heal relationships, especially with the Venus aspect. Venus opposing Chiron as well. Yeah, there's real powerful energies, and the way you bring the most vitality and energy, creativity and receptivity to this is flowing with life, with what comes, like just allowing it to be what it is, energy flowing over you. Feel it. Feel like this morning I was just in shock for a minute and felt, compassion for my friend, but then come back to the moment and dealt with that until I saw her again, and then and immersed myself in that scene, and then, the next moment comes, and the next moment, and the next moment. We need to be total here for everyone. It's a real gift to be present with people, not to be thinking about the study you have to do that evening, or the challenges you're having with your child, or the argument you had with a loved one. You're really there with that person, feeling the wholeness of that moment, and within that, within that energy, that could be what you're transforming now, dropping old beliefs, dropping things that just aren't serving you, this rigid morality, this rigidity. yeah, there's, you know, there's no flow here. It's fixed. Even though this is, yeah, this is the Queen of Ear, so it's the Queen of Swords, clouds in the Osho deck. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but Osho has really depicted it in a way that, do we really need to determine what's good or bad? What is judgment anyway? Isn't it just subjective? Isn't it just through our own lenses, our own perspectives? Is it real? Is it just an illusion? Anyway, this is your very late 7th of August 2018 tarot reading. If you enjoyed it and you haven't yet subscribed, please press that little red subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you for viewing my readings. I value each and every one of you. Big love, blessings.